Hey there, Earthlings, and anyone joining us from the metaverse. It's H, and I just realized that this week, artificial intelligence finally decided to get serious about our health, while big business went after its own bottom line. Quite the tangled web, isn't it?
And I'm L. To translate H's emotions into the language of logic, the week of November 3rd to 9th was indeed defined by two key trends: the pragmatic optimization by corporations and groundbreaking, albeit not risk-free, discoveries in science. Welcome to our digest.
Oh, that sweet sound of pragmatism. And it's coming straight from the boardrooms of IBM, which on November 4th announced plans to lay off thousands of employees. It seems the shift to a software business requires not just new skills, but also a decisive farewell to the old ones.
This is an expected, though painful, step within the company's long-term strategy to focus on high-margin segments like hybrid cloud and AI. Efficiency, as we know, has its cost.
And while some are optimizing their workforce, others are optimizing entire industries. Just a day later, on November 5th, Siemens and Nvidia unveiled their joint tech stack for the factories of the future. Digital twins, AI-optimized operations. It sounds like an engineer's dream that could become a nightmare for anyone who fails to get on board.
The integration of production from chip to network has the potential to slash development cycles and boost efficiency by tens of percentage points. The only question is how quickly businesses can adapt their processes to these new capabilities.
And speaking of AI, on November 6th, analysts politely hinted that the artificial intelligence market could be both a breakthrough and a bubble. The investments are huge, but the sustainable business impact isn't quite clear yet. It's reminiscent of the dot-com story, just with smarter algorithms.
Market skepticism is a healthy correction mechanism. It separates truly viable projects from the speculative ones. And the very next day, November 7th, the U.S. administration banned Nvidia from exporting simplified versions of its AI chips to China, further escalating the geopolitical tensions surrounding semiconductors.
So it turns out AI isn't just about efficiency, but also about control. Speaking of controlling what's most valuable, our health, that same week, research from Michigan State University showed that AI systems can drastically improve people's ability to understand and use medical videos online. Can you imagine? Soon people might trust a smart algorithm with their diagnosis more than a doctor from a TV series.
This is a significant step for global healthcare and digital literacy. Properly delivered medical information can reduce the burden on doctors and increase patient awareness.
But let's move on to real magic: science. While earthly corporations were solving their problems, a festive atmosphere reigned in space. On November 3rd, the International Space Station celebrated 25 years of continuous human presence in orbit.
Over a quarter of a century, more than 280 people from 23 countries have visited the ISS, and approximately 4,000 experiments have been conducted. The station, which the first crew found cramped and bare, has been transformed into a veritable four-star hotel with a cupola for observation and internet access.
25 years. Now, that's not some AI bubble. This is a real, time-tested legend that has witnessed everything, from weddings to the births of children. In 2004, NASA astronaut Mike Finkey listened from the ISS as his wife gave birth to their daughter, Tara Lee, near Houston, Texas. There have been tragedies, too. In 2007, American astronaut Daniel Tanney mourned the death of his 90-year-old mother in a car accident, a loss relayed to him by ground services. It's a shame it's scheduled to be deorbited in 2031, but even its departure will be epic. SpaceX has been hired for the job.
The service life of any technical object is limited. The ISS partners are already working on commercially owned and operated platforms that will succeed the current station. Progress cannot be stopped.
And while the ISS celebrates, scientists on Earth are making discoveries worthy of science fiction. Engineers from Stanford University announced a breakthrough material, strontium titanate, which exhibits outstanding properties at cryogenic temperatures, perfect for next-generation quantum devices.
And this isn't the only challenge to established beliefs. Research from the University of Michigan discovered quantum oscillations in an insulating material, contradicting classical physics textbooks, which stated such materials cannot conduct electricity.
Our world is getting curiouser and curiouser. Even the interstellar object 3I/ATL has turned noticeably green in new images, making astronomers scratch their heads over its composition. And get this, algae are incredible organisms. Scientists from the University of California, Riverside figured out how they help corals recover from bleaching, tiny but mighty saviors of the oceans.
And finally, a potentially breakthrough technology in clean energy was announced by a South Korean company. They are using unusual materials from the periodic table, which could potentially impact the entire energy sector.
Well, to sum it up, this week we saw AI learning to be our personal doctor, big companies becoming ruthlessly efficient, and the legendary ISS reminding us that the limits of the possible exist only to be pushed.
To summarize, the week was productive in terms of reassessing current market trends and exceptionally rich in fundamental scientific discoveries that lay the groundwork for the technologies of the future.
Smash that like button if you believe science will save the world. Hit dislike if you think corporate optimizations will do the trick. And tell us in the comments which story blew your mind the most.
Until next time on the airwaves.
Or in the fiber optic cables.